Welcome back. This is the start of part 2 of the word for review. We have just added in this text box, copied this, and made it a quote from the text, and now we are ready to make some format changes to this box. The first thing they want us to do is to align the text. So within the drawing tools format, with my drawing box or my text box selected, there's text direction, text align, create links. So text direction, we want it to be in the middle of our box. So we're going to make that change first. And then they also want us to apply a shape style. So shape styles are here kind of to the left in the shape styles group. And as you place your cursor, you'll see kind of a preview. I know our box is kind of in the way right now. But we are looking for, under the subtool effects, the orange accent to shape style. So I believe... yes, it's this kind of fourth one down in the orange section. So we're going to select that and make that change. And we're done with that text box. So we're going to move down now to page 2, looking for this spot that has congratulations. Remember, we're in 4 different sections. This would be section 3, and then this would be section 4. We split that up into sections earlier. And we want to insert a text box using the sidebar again. So on page 2, congratulations to the whole team. I think I'm actually too far down. I'm sorry, I need to be right here. Congratulations to the whole team. And so we're going to insert that text box again. We're going to pick that same Ion sidebar 1 like we did for page 1. There it is, sticks it in there for us. Again, we want it to be aligned in front of text. So when I click on the outside of the box and go to Drawing Tools Format, I want text wrapping in front of text. Again, we're going to change the height and the width. So Drawing Tools Format, size, height, all the way to the right, 3.8, enter, and 1.5 for the width, enter. And then it says drag it to the left position. So the white space that's in the left margin, that's over there. So I'm going to drag it over here. There it is, kind of in this area. It says the top edge aligned with the first line of text. So I'm going to make sure I'm aligned kind of close there. And the left edge aligned with the left edge of the shaded paragraph. So I need to go a little bit farther to the left. So pretty close to this left edge right in here. Okay. It says verify that the position is fixed on the page. So I got to click this little option here, layout options, and make sure that fixed on page is selected. And it is. Okay. So we have our box here. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to add the title. So title should be volunteers needed. We're going to delete the text out of the box and add in that support file. So we did this once already. You're going to go to the Insert tab. Under the text grouping, you're going to click on the arrow next to Object, Text from File, and this time it should take you back to where we were previously if you already had it opened and didn't close it out a different day. But volunteers, we are in Word for Review volunteers. You're going to insert that in there. You're going to, again, delete that extra space that's at the bottom. So I'm going to backspace that so my cursor is right after the period. And again, we're going to change all of that to 11-point font size. I'm going to move back to my Home tab. I'm just going to type it in, hit Enter, and we should be good to go with that text box. So the next step after adding this last text box is to add what's called a drop cap. So if you've ever read a book before and you looked at the paragraph and the first letter of the first paragraph was larger than all the other letters, or maybe it was fancy or something, that is what a drop cap is. So they're wanting us to add a drop cap to the first line after each of the 4 headings. So like here's heading Win a Vacation. Let's go to the top page. So we're going to add a drop cap to that T right there in the word to. So if your cursor is there, when you go to Insert, you'll find drop cap under the text group. So right here it is. Now, there's some presets. So if I just choose dropped, it's just going to make it a 3-line drop cap. So you can see it there. If it goes in the margin, it's going to move it out to the left in the margin. But then there's also some drop cap options. So they're wanting us to add only a 2-line drop cap. So we have to go to the options. We have to choose dropped. And then we change lines to drop from 3 to 2. And you'll see there, it's only 2 lines. The T is larger. Now we're going to go up down here to time to say goodbye. And if you hit the F4 key on your keyboard, it will repeat the same steps for you. You don't have to actually go the long way again. So I'm going to do the T under time to say goodbye. I'm going to do this I, so I'll put my cursor in front, just hitting F4 on my keyboard, or you can repeat the steps. And then I'm going to go down here for the T and technology. So those are the 4 2-line drop caps that they're asking us to add in. Then we're going to go up and we're going to do some work with the title. Okay, so the librarian news. This is our title. The first thing that they want us to do is to select the entire first paragraph. So we're going to select it right here. And we're going to change it to a word art. So first thing we're going to do is they're asking us to clear the formatting that is already there. So with it selected, if I go back to my home tab in the font group, you will see this little eraser, the A with the eraser. That is clear all formatting. So if you ever want to just take something and make it completely back to the original way you typed it in before any formatting, you just click on that right there. It'll be left aligned, 11-point font size, back to the way it began. So we're clearing the format. And then we're going to use a word art and we're going to change it into a word art. So with that selected again, we're going to go to Insert, Word Art, and you'll see all of the options here that we have to choose from. We are looking for Blue Accent 5 Outline, okay, Blue Accent 5 Outline, White Background, Color 1, Hard Shadow. It's this one right here. I know it's really long, but yes, it does have all of that. So it's the blue one in the bottom row that's there. So we're going to select that. It should apply it to our text. Then it wants to change the word art to make it a little bit wider. So now with our word art selected, we have a drawing tools format option, just like we did if we had a text box or a picture, and we're going to change the width of that to 7 inches. So it's going to go all the way across our page. They want us to make sure that the text wrapping is on square. Mine was already set there, but just kind of double check that, make sure it's on square, and that it is fixed to the position. So mine does not have a check mark right here. So I'm going to change that and put a check mark right there. It's going to be fixed to the position. Now, when we did that, it kind of moved it, but I promise we're going to fix it before we're done, because it says to drag the word art up above the shaded paragraph. So now I'm going to click on the outside and I'm just going to drag it up above my paragraph, okay, to make sure that it doesn't move from the top of our page now. We're going to go ahead and we're going to add a text effect. So with drawing tool still selected, under text effect, you're going to find shadow, reflection, glow, bevel, 3D rotation, and transform. They want us to add the chevron up transform. So I'm going to go to the bottom one, chevron up. I believe it's one of, sometimes I just got to go with it too. Chevron up text effect. Let's try one of these down here. Nope. That one's wave, double wave. Could have swore it was one of these right here. Curve, wrap up. Oh geez, here it is, second row, sorry about that. And so chevron up text effect, and then they also want us to add a shadow, so go back into text effects, shadow, and they want us to choose the offset bottom right. I believe that is one of these here on the, let's see here, oh, offset outer, hello, offset bottom right, there we go. We're choosing this one, so first one on the left down out of the no shadow options. Got it. All right, then we are going to move down to, we're going to leave our title, title's good, where it says Win a Vacation Getaway, and insert a picture. So this is the first one that we're going to insert. It says click at the end of the paragraph below the Win a Vacation heading and insert the file. So we're going to go after the D here, okay, and it really doesn't matter where we put it because we're going to move it eventually. And to insert a picture, we go to the Insert tab. And we look here in this illustrations group again. We've used this for shapes earlier. Click on picture, not an online picture, regular picture. And we should have it in our OneDrive that we just saved when we downloaded all of our files. Here it is, and we're adding in the island. There she is. Okay, there's our island picture. Now we're going to make some changes. You'll notice with our picture selected, we now have a Picture Tools format bar that has opened up here. All right, so first thing they want us to do is to practice cropping the picture to a shape and then try cropping it and dragging it with the handle. So if you look at crop is over here to the right in the size group. You'll see this is just regular crop, so if I crop it like this, and I can just drag it however I want, okay? I'm going to click undo. This is all just practice. If I click on crop, there's a crop to shape, so if I wanted it to be a smiley face, I can add the smiley face, or I can add it an arrow, make it an arrow. So those are some other options. Okay, I'm going to click undo, or you can reset your picture. And so they just wanted us to practice that. So once we're finished practicing, they want us to crop it using the square ratio of 1.5. So aspect ratio here, you want to make sure that 1:1 is selected. It is the preset, and you'll see that it automatically does that. It's that first option, so aspect ratio 1:1, but they only want it to be 1.5. And so you'll see when I change it to 1.5, the width will automatically change because it is locked in. Okay, it wants it all to be the same. And then I can either hit crop again here, or I can click off of it, and that's how it will set and leave it the way that we need it. All right. Then it also says to use the position button to place the picture in the middle right of the page. So with the picture selected, Picture Tools format, position, okay, this is going to move it on the page, so there would be the left middle. We want the right middle. And then add the beveled rectangle style. So I have it in the right middle now, and I'm going to pick a style from the picture style. Bevel rectangle is what we're looking for. And again, I don't have these all memorized, guys, so you just kind of got to go through there and find it. Reflected bevel, so maybe we're close. What are we looking for? Bevel rectangle. This has the third row. That's probably it. Yep, there it is. Beveled rectangle style. We're going to apply that right there. Okay, so this is a good place to pause again and to go ahead and take a second of a break, and then we'll come back with video 3 after this.